Let us learn to calculate LCM and GCD. Let us begin with calculation of LCM and GCD for natural numbers. The first important thing to remember about LCM and GCD is that the product of LCM and GCD always equals the product of the numbers for which we are finding LCM and GCD. For example, the LCM of 6 and 10 is 30. The GCD of 6 and 10 is 2. 6 times 10 equals 30 times 2. First, we will discuss methods of finding greatest common divisor or GCD. GCD is also called HCF, highest common factor. The first method is listing out divisors of given numbers and finding the largest amongst them. Second is finding prime factorization of numbers and arriving at the prime factorization of GCD and multiplying it to get the GCD. Third is using successive division to get GCD. Listing method works for beginners and very small numbers like 4, 6, 8, etc. Prime factorization works well for 2 or 3 digit numbers. The division method works most efficiently for larger numbers. Let us find the GCD of the numbers 4, 6, 8 and 10 by listing. Divisors of 4 are 1, 2 and 4. Divisors of 6 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. Divisors of 8 are 1, 2, 4 and 8. Divisors of 10 are 1, 2, 5 and 10. Common divisors of all 4 numbers are 1 and 2. Largest among them is 2. So, GCD of 4, 6, 8 and 10 is 2. Let us now find the GCD of the numbers 221, 247 and 299. The divisors are no longer obvious. The units digit of 221 is 1. 1 in units place can be obtained by multiplying 1 by 1, 3 by 7 or 9 by 9 as digits in units place. This observation is going to help us. The numbers that end in 1 are 1, 11, 21, 31, etc. Those ending in 3 are 3, 13, 23 and so on. 221 is not divisible by 11 can be checked easily. Also, 11 times 21 is going to be greater than 221. So the combination of multiplying two numbers that end in 1 is ruled out. 221 is not divisible by 3 is easy to check. 13 divides 221. We get 13 times 17 equal to 221. Now we can try to divide the other numbers by 13. Magic. 13 divides them all. 13 times 19 equals 247. 13 times 23 equals 299. So GCD of 221, 247 and 299 equals 13, because 13 is the only common prime factor for the three numbers. Let us try to find GCD of 1236 and 2617. It is no longer that easy to find prime divisors of these numbers. Now we proceed by expressing 2617 as follows. 2617 is equal to 2 times 1236 plus 145. What we have done essentially is we divided 2617 by 1236 and found its quotient and remainder, and expressed the number 2617 as the product of quotient and divisor plus remainder. So 2617 equals 2 times 1236 plus 145. What we are going to do next is we are now going to divide 1236, which was the divisor of the first step, by 145, which is the remainder. Doing this, we get 1236 is equal to 8 times 145 plus 76. So we now have 76 as remainder. We continue this process to get 145 equal to 1 times 76 plus 69. Now 69 is the remainder in this step and 76 was the divisor. So we divide 76 by 69. 76 is equal to 1 times 69 plus 7. Now 7 is the remainder and 69 is going to be our dividend. We'll divide 69 by 7. 69 is equal to 9 times 7 plus 6. And finally, 7 equals 1 times 6 plus 1. And we have found our GCD. GCD of 1236 and 2670 equals 1. Notice that this process is using remainder as divisor in successive stages. We can use it to find GCD of any given numbers. Let us use it to find the GCD of 221, 247 and 299. In the first step, we divide 247 by 221 to get 247 equals 1 times 221 plus 26. Now we are going to divide 221 by 26. 221 equals 8 times 26 plus 13. And we have 26 is equal to 2 times 13 plus 0. This gives us 13 is equal to GCD of 221 and 247. Now we find GCD of 13 and 299. This will give us the final GCD as 13. This is another way of finding GCD of 221, 247 and 299. So successively finding the GCD, first you take a pair of numbers, find GCD, then take this GCD and the next number, find that GCD and continue the process. That is how we find GCD of a larger array of numbers. Once we have GCD of 221, 247, 299, we can compute the LCM of 221, 247 and 299. The LCM of 221, 247 and 299 will equal 221 times 247 times 299 divided by 13. We can use the prime factorization of 221, 247, 299 to find their LCM. The LCM of 221, 247 and 299 will be equal to 13 times 17 times 19 times 23. Remember that the factorization of all the numbers 221, 247, 299 had 13, but we have taken 13 only once. So 13 times 17 times 19 times 23 will be the prime factorization of LCM. Do practice the methods using any numbers you can just think about. Follow the steps shown in this video and master the art of finding GCD and LCM. Please remember to subscribe to MTLMA to become excellent at mathematics.